para kapag natin kami. So, sorry ko pa. Ako na nga yung previous sa trabaho sa mga anak dyan. Ang mangot na sila? Ay, when they were out there in the physical, with the Holy Spirit, the Heavenly Father found all goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence. We will this many for gathering prayer tonight, but continuously gave you thanks, throughout the opportunity to learn something when you come through to the works of revelation. May we find bliss in today's session and become more productive children and co-creators of the earth. This we ask and pray through Christ the Lord.
Good morning, everyone. For today's video conference, our student notes, date of April 26, 2025. Present for the day, we have our Dr. Chairperson, Engineer Michael F. our Dr. Leander, Engineer Harold C. Kennedy, our Dr. Schneider, Engineer Anwar Bernardes, and our Dr. and his representative engineers Bernardes. And in from the technical working group, we have Ma'am Mendoza in Panama. And to present the budget, we have the development section, Engineer Raymond B. Akman. And this story about his development, returning to the part, and to Jim Panama.
Thank you all since ladies and gentlemen, available, so for this really conference for civil April 26, 2025. So please start and last time participate in the to distract yourself. Good morning, everyone. Today, public info peak is 60, which is construction of River Drive at Talisayan Bridge, upstream both sides, Talisayan Misamis Oriental, with the approved budget of contract of 96,500,000 and appropriation of 100 million. Source of fund, April 2024. And then 290.3 linear meter, duration of project 305 calendar days. Source scope of work, construction of river dike, which is 500 block embankment and excavation. So these are the typical section and details the development. Next. 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 So that's all. Thank you.
Checklist the technical and financial documents and other requirements for infrastructure projects. For the submission and receipt of bids. First, technical component envelope. Class A, legal documents. Letter A, valid projects registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Projects certificate of registration and membership. All bidders shall approve and maintain in projects a current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under sections 23.1 letter A and 24.1 letter A. 1. Registration certificate. 2. Mayor's business permits or its equivalent document. 3. Tax payments. 4. Pickup license and registration. And number 5. Audited financial statements. Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For the purpose of updating the certificate of registration and membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in the section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. The failure of the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of its expired Class A eligibility documents is being updated. For the technical documents, letter B, statement that the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or similar in nature and complexity to the contract to the bid. Letter C, statement that the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to the bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Letter D, special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and the cost of the contract to the bid. Letter E, original copy of bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued to the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. For the single largest completed contract, the SLCC completed should be similar to the contract to the bid or has the same major categories of work. The SLCC's value should be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid upon adjustment to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices. Contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to the bid is not more than the allowable range of contract costs of their registration. For the bid security purpose, to guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the PE and furnish the performance security required. Form of bid security. Letter A. Cap or cashiers manager's check. The amount is 2% of ABC. Bank guarantee draft or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. The amount is 2% of ABC. Letter C. Surety bank callable upon demand, accompanying the certification from Insurance Commission. The amount is 5% of ABC. Letter E. Bid security declaration. No percentage required. Only one form of bid security is required to be submitted. Bidders have the option to choose their preferred form of bid security. Letter F. Project requirements, which shall include the following. A. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B. List of contractors' key personnel. Example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by a proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment master vendor for duration of the project as the case may be. The contractor's key person The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy service. Include the tax identification number of the key personnel, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, and to include the contact number of the materials engineer. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that, one, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And number two, he/she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office pursuant to Department Order number 9, Series of 2012. The proposed key personnel and replacement must be named in the bidding document. The contractor's name for equipment units. The contractor is required to provide proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment owned, lease agreements for equipment to be leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the projects. Proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment pledged must specify and indicate the model, year, capacity, performance, size, plate number, motor number, body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location and condition for Department Order 58 Series of 2012. Contractor's minimum materials testing equipment. This refer to Department Order 11 Series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment. DPWH Procurement Manual Volume 2 Infrastructure Main Guidelines specifically requires the submission of the materials testing equipment as stated in clause 5.6.2.8, technical proposal, and clause 5.6.2.8.4.c. Project requirements used in Form DPWH-INFR-15, list of contracted major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability. Letter G, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and good acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, letter H, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. Class D, letter I, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with Republic Act number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide with provisions of the GBA in the instant that the bid is successful. For the financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. Cash flow by partial. For the detailed estimates, accordance to Department Order 197 Series of 2016, the following items shall be subjected to OCM and profit markup. 1. Mobilization and demobilization. 2. Provision of service vehicle. And 3. Permits and clearances. Accordance to Department Order 197 Series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup field laboratory office and living quarters with rental basis, furnishing of furniture, laboratory equipment, survey equipment and consumables, assistance to the engineers, photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, etc. For the submission and receipt of bids, bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is back entrance room, third floor, DPWH DEO, Barangay 26, Hinoob City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids _ Misamis Oriental 1 at dpwh.gov.ph. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify a total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices: completeness, no price and required item non-compliant, indicating a 0 or a dash free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words prevail. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. BOQ prevails. For the post-qualification, verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in blacklist, technical requirements, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials, laboratory equipment. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them with 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Technical requirements, substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Financial requirements, bid price proposal, NFCC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed with the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised RRR of the Republic of 1984. The common reasons in the failure of submission of bids. Failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bids. failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. If equipment pledge is to be leased or changed. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPEs rating. Common errors in the submission of bids. Incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner, proprietor only. Corporation, cooperative, board secretary's certificate and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement, partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, thank you. Right policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services as per Department Order number 17 series of 2015. Please write 69.1. In addition to the provisions of rules 21 and 22 of this IRR, the whole, subject to the authority delegated to the BAC, if any, shall impose on bidders or prospective bidders the administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense and suspension of 2 years for the second offense from participating in the competitive bidding process, as well as disqualification from further participating in the competitive bidding being undertaken by the procuring entity concerned, where applicable for the following violations. All other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year except for valid reasons. Rights violation. 1. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without the valid cost as determined by that with the bids and awards committee concerning. A bidder submitting insufficient, defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cost as determined by the bank concerned. Other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of bidding, public bidding, as determined by the concerned bank, provided that these acts have been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. Rights violations. A bidder that has purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cost as determined by the bids and awards committee concerned. Valid reason. Upon computation, its price bid was determined to be above the ABC, or bids to be supplied are no longer available in the market. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cost as determined by the bank concerned. Valid reason. Due to force majeure and quarantine restrictions. A bidder submitting insufficient defective documents such as insufficient bid securities. Number 1, bid security not in the name of the bidder. Number 2, insufficient amount and validity period. Number 3, not issued in the name of the procuring entity. Submission of not valid filters. The failure of the prospective bidder to submit its filtered certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents. Example, legal and financial documents. Valid reason not accepted. Failure to submit mandatory forms. Price schedule, bid form, notarized bid securing declaration, notarized omnibus sworn statement. Other required forms from the bid security aside from the bid securing declaration. Statement of the bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement of the bidder's SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. Owner's certificate of acceptance for CPE's rating accompanying the statement of the bidder's SLCC. Bidder's computation of NFCC or committed line of credit for goods. Notarized joint venture agreement or notarized statements as to forming GV for goods, certification as the reciprocity to foreign bidders for goods, special pickup license for joint venture for infrastructure, DUPA and cash flow for infrastructure. Valid reasons not acceptable. For CFD, failure to submit any of the following: certificate of employment, contract agreement, curriculum vitae. Valid reasons not accepted. Submission of the following required forms as indicated in the sixth edition of the Philippine bidding documents without name, legal capacity, and signature of the bidder authorized representative. Number 1, bid 4. Number 2, price schedules. Number 3, bid securing declaration. Number 4, omnibus sworn statement. Number 5, GBA. Valid reasons not acceptable. Nomination of key personnel of different profession as per requirement of the bidding document. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, purchase agreement of pledge equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit certification of key personnel, Department Order 9 Series 2012. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to comply with the required number of key personnel and equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Participating in the bidding but not related business type as indicated in the mayor's permit for goods. Valid reasons not applicable.
And for the information on the respective bidders, so these are the scheduled procurement activities for the presented project. For issuance of another bidding documents, a deadline will be on May 9, 2024 until 10 p.m. So hard copies are available at procurement unit 4 DPWH Misamis. And these bidding documents can be downloaded from DPWH website and projects website. And for the receipt of bids or dropping of bidding documents, the download will also be on May 9, 2024 until 10 a.m. And for the schedule of the opening of bids, it will be on May 9, 2024 at 10 a.m. immediately after the submission of bids. And for the required category report, so the data ID 25 the required category 5 is FCSPS, self-control construction with production using structural measures, sample equipment pertains first and ground. And to remind the prospective bidders regarding the key personnel to be submitted, so there should be 5 total number of personnel, 1 for project manager, 1 for project engineer, 1 for materials engineer, 1 for foreman, and 1 for safety officer. So there should be no personnel having 2 or more different positions. So as shown, this is the sample of the technical and financial documents to be submitted. So the prospective bidders are encouraged that the bid and supporting documents should be held in the. So that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Since we are only the bidding first, so we can get the questions. Especially for our district viewer. So, senior senior questions and the motion for the event. The second will for the government to state the civil works and the and second the person with the civil seekers new second so we will distribute that procedure. 8.6 so